our Almighty God, Creator of heaven and earth, Father and lover of our soul, you sit on your throne of mercy and rule with your love and faithfulness. You are full of grace. We acknowledge your presence in our lives. Nothing is hidden in your eyes, even our challenges and struggles in life. We come to you with faith. We ask not only for our daily spiritual bread, but to seek your forgiveness and undeserving favor to heal our land, our family members, our friends and neighbors, even our enemies with COVID-19 and other diseases. Holy Spirit, help us to deepen our faith and see the opportunity to believe, obey, and worship. As we face this pandemic, you are Lord and God. Encourage us and change our hearts, not to fear, but to be full of hope and find ourselves praying and meditating your word. We believe no works of the enemy prosper to your children. Abba, Father, we believe that your Son Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior. He is the truth and our salvation. Hear our prayers, O Lord, and most of all, not our will, but thy will be done. We pray this in Jesus' name, the name above all names, who was and is to come. Amen.
Naghahatid saya sa mga Pinoy, mga kanta at programang Tatak Pinoy. Napapanood at napapakinggan kahit saan ka man. Streaming worldwide. In South Manila, this is V81 Radio.
Malayo ka man sa iyong pamilya, dito ay hindi ka nag-iisa. Tiyak ito'y iyong hahanap-hanapin, dahil ito ang nagpapasaya sa atin. Radio.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program anchors and producers and do not necessarily reflect the policies and position of this station. Here now is the program for the millennials that will showcase young professionals' worth, aspirations, and successes in doing what they believe is right, progressive, and inclusive. Join them as they discover the path to self and societal fulfillment while making a difference. Hosted by empowered and cool millennial Erika Mison, together with her fellow millennials, they will be making a difference. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, welcome to Making a Difference. This is a show created to inspire and motivate the youth of today. So, my name is Erika Mison, and I will be your host and online friend. So, last episode, I interviewed an NGO called Fund the Forest. Now, they started out with three ladies. They're friends, and they decided to go on this tree planting trip with making a difference travel. I also interviewed them last season, and now they're more on community development. So if you're interested to find out more about Fund the Forest, or maybe, if you want to volunteer for them, you could check out that episode where it's on our Facebook page, and it's also on our YouTube channel. So you could check out that episode and all my previous episodes on those platforms. So for today, actually, if you've been following Making a Difference since last season, I think I did two episodes where I would invite some of my friends and their friends, and I would talk to them about their careers and how ECQ, GCQ, how they're coping with it. So it's more of like checking up on our fellow millennials or fellow youth. So I'm doing that episode today, and I'm so happy to have three of my college batchmates here with me today. So they're going to talk about their careers and how each of them are coping up. So they're all we're all taking different paths right now, and I can't wait to talk to them. It's been a while since I've seen them, of course, and it's been a while since I last spoke to them. Actually, just before the start of the episode, we were just really catching up. So you'll most likely see us catch up here live. So I'd like to introduce them to you. First, I'd like to call on Bea Mendoza. So she is actually a flight attendant in for Qatar Airways. So Bea, are you here? Hi, Bea. Oh, sorry, Bea, you're on mute. I'm so sorry. There you go.
Hi,
Hey,
good
Bea, how are
afternoon.
you? All right, so there's Bea. And then next we have Jalik Garcia. So she works for the Consulate of Ireland here in the Philippines. Hey, Jalik, how
Hey
are you?
girl, I'm good.
Ang ganda ng mic mo. Di ba? Alright. Of course, last but not the least, we have Jorlyn Legayadas. So she works for XLD Tech Lab. She is a business development officer. So Jorlyn or
Hey, annyeong! I have a mic too.
Jor, there. All right. So these are my college batchmates, and so I decided to invite them here on my show to just really check up on them, see how they're doing, and we'll get to find out what they do more in a bit. Actually, right now. So sige, let's start with Bea. Bea, what do you introduce yourself? You can tell us what you do or what you've done so far career wise.
Okay, so after graduating from CSB, since we're all batchmates, we came from Benilde. I went straight to law school, and then I did that for a year. It was really tiring. It was enjoyable in a sense because I liked what I was learning, but I got tired. So I decided to take a break, became a personal assistant, and then I ended up here, which was super unexpected. So now I'm a flight attendant for Qatar Airways. Been flying for 2 years, but this November. So, 2 years in the company
2 years.
already. That was really fast nga
Yeah,
eh.
yes na. Okay, so there's Bea. She is our flight attendant. How about Jalik naman? So Jalik, what do you do for the consulate of Ireland? Actually, is this your first job pala?
This is my first job. So, before
Mm.
we graduated pa lang, I was already hired at the consulate. And then I've been here for 4 years. But after 2 years, I decided to get into graduate school. So, I'm currently taking up my master's in Ateneo, global politics. So,
Oh,
hopefully I get a career path that's
yeah.
on its track.
Go,
But so
go,
far
girl.
it's been
Go girl,
good.
get it.
I'm out here getting it. Yeah, but yeah, I think it's been it's been an adventurous 4 or 5 years since we all graduated.
It's been that long.
It's
Pero
been
parang I was
long.
like yesterday
Wow.
lang. Wow, yesterday. Okay, no, we're still young. Wait, so when did you start pala sa Ateneo?
I started 2018,
Okay.
but yeah, thankfully that time hindi pa impose nun yung mga online learning. So I really go to the campus after my work in Makati. I travel to QC. It's been tiring, but it's really fulfilling because it's something that I really wanted to do.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, we all know Jalik. I mean, she's one of those talaga who really pursued.
Grabe! Wow!
Girl, come on,
Girl, that's you.
that's you.
It's the mic, sis, is gold.
All right, so I actually have a few questions for you, but I'll get back to you later. I want to talk naman also to Jor. Sige, Jor na lang. Kasi medyo mahaba ang Jor din. Everybody knows you as Jor. And ang dami mong
Yeah.
fans. I can see the comment.
Ako rin eh. I can see the comments eh. Hey
Okay.
friends, thanks for watching.
All right, so Jor, what do you do naman?
Right now, I'm a business development officer for XLD Tech Labs. So what I do is sales and marketing. So I handle the things there. So I can't really say much because, first of all, the job is really far from our paths, right?
Yeah.
So sales and marketing, it's really hard for me eh. Kasi when I started the job, parang I started learning everything from scratch talaga.
Mm-mm.
So
Yeah.
I just thrived and learned everything.
Yeah.
So but I'm here now. I'm alive. I'm still working
Uh-huh.
and just keep getting that bread.
Yeah. We got to. Okay. So there you go. So these are my batchmates, my friends. If you have any questions for them, by the way, go ahead, feel free to ask them, and then we'll see if we could flash it on the screen. Medyo na pressure ata sila doon. But okay, so since we have Miss Flight Attendant over here, I'm actually pretty curious, and I'm very very sure our viewers are curious as well. Um, how how are you? Like how is it being a flight attendant now, given everything that's happening? Where I mean, where you told me you were you were on your way home or something like that before ECQ happened. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was. I'm happy you remembered nga actually.
Yeah.
Right now, I can't say talaga since I haven't been flying for 5 months na. Oh, yeah, 5 months. I haven't been flying for 5 months. But when the pandemic really broke out, we were still flying, but at first, syempre, wala pang protection like the mask or gloves. Wala pa talaga. And around March, di ba, on March, that was the time they announced the ECQ in the Philippines. So at the first week of March, even though there were news all over the world na to be careful, la la la, flights were still full. I swear, you would not believe the amount of people who would still travel during the pandemic. But of course, in the business sense, it's still okay kasi it brings money, revenue. But ayun, we were still flying like crazy. And then in the middle of March, flights suddenly went down. I mean, yung number of flights namin went down. Tapos, we got, all of us got roster changes very suddenly. For instance, tomorrow I had a flight to Barcelona. Tapos they immediately changed it when I landed back to Doha. So I was I was in Auckland that time when they announced na passengers from certain countries, including the Philippines, cannot enter Doha anymore. So I was in Auckland. Then when I came back, I was supposed to have a flight after 5 days to Barcelona, and then they just changed it to just standby, standby, standby. Tapos ayun nga, I was supposed to go home noon kasi every time we have days off, siguro mga more than 2 days, you can go outside of the country. So I was planning to go home noon. But ayun, ECQ happened. And in terms of the business inside the aircraft naman, you could feel na we were losing, revenue pa rin. Kasi nga, for instance, yung supplies namin inside the aircraft like the cups, the milk, the sugar, they are usually full. Pero, in a small way, mafe-feel mo na, bakit ganito na lang yung meron tayo? Bakit sobrang konti na lang? Knowing na we're a 5-star airline na who would always be proud na what do you call this, na hindi bumabaksak yung business despite the blockade and all that. Okay, and that's what happened during this pandemic at the start when I was still flying.
Oh, okay. So you could really tell na rin, no, by that time. That's really, kasi ako, I mean, yeah, that's why I also invited you here today. Because like, I want to know then what's happening to that industry, no? I mean, that I'm very, very sure it's difficult now.
Yeah, especially now, mga
yeah.
short, last minute changes na, cancellation of flights, tapos sobrang habang process when it comes to the refunds. Mas mahirap now.
Yeah.
So at least you were able to go home before, I mean, everything.
It was really, it was, I was very blessed na nakauwi ako kasi when they said you can start going home, we're open for voluntary leaves. So they're not forcing us na, go home so we can save money. Walang ganon. They just opened the floor for voluntary leaves. At first, I didn't want to take it kasi, no offense, at that time, I was thinking na, I think it's gonna die down din naman soon. Everybody's saying that this is just a cold, while still taking the necessary health precautions. I at the back of my mind, I was still thinking, okay, it's still gonna die down soon, very soon. I'm not gonna go home and take my unpaid and take my leaves, because that's the thing. When you go home, they're gonna give you the paid leaves na. So in a year, we have 30 days leave, diba? Pero when you go home na for that, for this long period of time na you don't know when you're gonna come back, diba? They're gonna give you that leaves na. Tapos sabi ko, I'm not gonna go home. I wanna save my leaves pa. And they started giving out our leaves, without us wanting it. So when the pandemic started, diba, puro standby, standby, standby. Tapos suddenly, nag-roster change, they put your leave. They put your leave na. Tapos sabi ko, why would they do that? Tapos sabi ng mom ko, if they're gonna put your leave there without you wanting your leave na magamit, you might as well go home na lang. Kaya yun, I was able to go home. I think I was the last, from what I know, I was the last flight na nakauwi na walang quarantine.
Oh, okay. You know what, Sakto? There's actually a question here for you, Bea. For Bea, do you still get to fly when they lifted ECQ? Yeah, okay. So I was actually going to ask you that. What happened to you during ECQ?
There wasn't ECQ in Doha, that's the thing.
Okay. How is it pala there?
In Doha, when there were panic na merong COVID and stuff. How do I say this ba? They didn't push for a lockdown kagad because paano ba? I don't know, they just didn't push for a lockdown kagad. Siguro at that time they didn't see the need to, especially yung population in Doha. Konti lang yung children and yung elderly. More mas marami pa yung hindi OFWs, yung people from outside Doha working in Doha than its residents, than Qataris. Mas marami pang people from outside than Qataris. Kaya siguro seeing that the workforce is young naman, they didn't see the need for the lockdown. Kaya ayun, during ECQ here in the Philippines, we were still flying. I think the roster changes man kasi siguro sa airport restrictions ng kanya-kanyang countries. But we were still flying, nag-change roster to different destinations lang. And at that time, hindi na pwede lumabas ng hotel or you can go out but just for groceries.
Okay. Okay, so may ganun pala there in Doha. So now that you're here, you're back home in the Philippines. What do you plan to do now? Have you heard from Qatar? They're still flying. I mean, are they still operating now?
Yeah, they're still operating
Okay.
amazingly. They did not stop flying.
Wow.
And some people, it's two different perspectives. Some people would think, why are they still flying? Because you should, to stop the pandemic from worsening, dapat the country should be on lockdown. Walang mag-fly to one destination to another. Pero in the perspective of Qatar Airways, they say na it's bringing people home. So, yung mga stranded, that was their business strategy. For them, it's while still taking into health safety precautions. Yun doon na nag-start na meron ng mask. The crew, they get to wear these PPEs na rin. Tapos there's alcohol in the aircraft. They still flew, pero yun. Sorry. It's been so long na kasi. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah. I bet, no? Okay, so what are your plans now?
My plans now in the Philippines, I'm planning to go back to Doha. Starting August 1, we can return na to Doha as per the government mandate. But we still have to wait for Qatar Airways to tell us specific instructions just for the crew, how we can do the re-entry again. Kasi we need a permit from our employer to come back. Hindi pwede you just book your own ticket and then come back whenever. Plus, we have to do hotel quarantine, which is, by the way, our own expense.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, girl.
No, and it's so expensive. There's an option actually na you can come back after September 15 and there's a possibility na wala ng hotel quarantine na sasagutin mo. But ayun, it depends on the person. Do you want to go home after that long pa? You don't know what's gonna happen by then, or go home now na alam mo na yung restrictions or alam mo na yung what do you need to pay and stuff like that.
Okay, so ikaw, so now you're sort of in the waiting game.
Waiting pa. But as of now, I've already booked my ticket, going back August 24.
I didn't even get to see you.
I know. But we can still wait it out. Let's see what happens. Maybe they tell us, we don't need that much crew yet. Kasi yun nga, even though the government says that residents can return, the company as of now may not even need us right away.
Okay, so how do you feel about that? Like, have you ever thought na parang you flying again during all of this? Like, are you scared, nervous? I would be nervous.
I'm still scared. Pero it's funny nga kasi even at first when the pandemic was starting na nga, I was still strong-willed na no, I'm still gonna do this flight. I have faith na hindi naman ako kakapitan ng virus or anything. I have that mindset, very very idealistic, funnily. Pero right now, with all the research na everyone did na for the virus na we know of na, it's scary. It's much more scary now. The only thing that kind of makes me want to go back is the salary. Pero, kasi ever since I came home, no more salary, kalas. It's all unpaid leave, yo. So I'm like, I feel like such a loser. Pero yun, andun yung gratefulness na they still haven't terminated me. Kasi I think from what I know, they've terminated again, this is only based from my computation. Kasi yung nabalitaan ko is staff number. So when I computed it around mga 4,000 crew. That's what yun, computation ko. Kasi from the email they sent to us, mga 20% daw yung mga ilagay off na crew. And that's really surprising kasi for the longest time, crew is the operations when it comes to this industry, diba? Operations kami na supply. So they really try everything they can to retain the crew. Pero ayun nga, even with this pandemic, they had to. So it's quite scary. But ayun nga, like my mom would always tell me, just be thankful, you're still here, and have faith now whatever might happen, that is the will of, that's the will of our Father.
Of course.
Bea, ano ba, in the cabin crew, nag 50% workforce din ba currently yung Qatar ngayon? Or it's still the same number of crew during flight?
Right now, I'm not sure, but from the stories I heard ng mga friends ko, ano lang daw, parang inontian yung crew in economy. Tapos, if yung crew from business class aren't that busy daw, they should help na sa economy. Gets? Kasi sa crew, mas marami usually yung crew in economy kasi, di ba, mas maraming passengers there. Pero right now, inontian nila yung crew for economy, tapos kumukuha from business class who are also in that same flight. Ewan ko, siguro, titipid sila or what. Pero that's 50-50, I don't think so. Depending sa load, I think. For some lighter loads, yung mga main crew lang, yung parang crew for each door ng aircraft, yun lang yung nasa plane.
Okay. So, how are you naman, Bea? Like, how are you coping up with the whole pandemic? This is something we did not expect. This is something new to us. This isn't like a normal, I mean, not really normal, but kasi what we're used to are mga natural calamities eh. Bagyo, ganun. But this is something different. So how are you, Bea? Like, how are you coping up naman so far?
How I'm coping.
What do you do to try to keep yourself, busy and still going?
I'm kind of shy to answer that because everyone would just say, just watch Netflix or using your phone. Pero I do those stuff din naman. But other than that, I try to read, even though some you don't feel like reading it. Personally, ako even with all this time I have right now, sometimes I just don't feel like it, or there would always be worry in my mind na not only for my health, pero even for my job. Kind of sad, no? Mas naisip mo yun sa job mo. Pero ayun, how I cope, I read. I try to read yung mga classic books na I've wanted to read in college. Siguro one I'm reading right now is Crime and Punishment. Tapos, I would watch plays online, theater. The other day, I watched Sleeping Beauty from the Royal Opera House on Facebook. Yes, they are doing they're giving live shows. Oo. Tapos not giving live shows. Parang they're posting it for free viewing, yung ballet ng Sleeping Beauty.
So mismo. Okay. Sorry, excited ako doon.
I'm for sure you're gonna write that down.
I'm writing it down.
Ano na?
I just wrote it. You know me so well.
Yeah, I know. You're a ballerina too. Tapos, this ECQ day, it really did took a toll on my, paano ba? Took a toll on my mental health ng slide. Kasi, for 1 year, I've always been outside. Hindi lang outside I'm always in the aircraft. May joke nga kaming mga crew Parang you spend more time in the aircraft than in Doha mismo. Tapos, nasanay na ako sa 1 or 2 days lang yung rest ko. Tapos after that, work na kagad. And for normal people, they would think na 1 or 2 days is, very long, it's sufficient. Pero, that's where I realized yung work namin, it's more on physical labor. It's really, you have to keep your body healthy so you can do your job well. Kasi if not, you're going to collapse the flight. Tapos, per crew you have to handle 50 passengers each and stuff like that. Kaya I had to keep my health up then. By being conscious with what you eat na, and sometimes even taking a walk outside. Yun, that's how I did this ECQ despite this.
Yeah. Everybody has their ways of, coping, and we'll get to find out how Jalik and Jor copes up then. Yeah. So we are gonna go on break first. But after the break, we are gonna continue to talk to these girls. So again, if you have any questions for them, feel free to comment down below, and we are gonna be right back after these few announcements.
We'll be back shortly, making a difference. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila. Connected ka na ba para laging updated sa mga bagong shows, promos, trending news, viral videos, events, o patok na OPM hits? Just follow us on Facebook at V81 Radio South Manila. Simple lang, itype lang ang letter V81 Radio South Manila. O di ba madali lang, kaya i-like at i-follow na. Big Benta, a Pinoy e-commerce site made for you. Enjoy hassle-free shopping with multiple payment options available. May local support din, ready to assist, so you can enjoy peace of mind when you shop. Visit our website to check different product offerings. Get anything you want and avail everything you need in just one click. Big Benta, Pinoy e-commerce, made for you. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local, visit local, go local. May items ka na gustong ibenta? Or planning to buy something specific? Visit PinoyAds.ph, a free online classified ads na available to all. Post an ad para sa item that you want to sell. Or browse through the listing to find out what you're looking for. Connect with the community to explore, discover, buy and sell. Be the boss of every transaction sa PinoyAds.ph. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local, visit local, go local. Doble ang saya sa Season 2 ng Home Not Alone Songs from Home dahil makakasama natin ang top OPM artists from GMA Music. Anthony Rosaldo, Christopher Martin, Sams David, and Golden Caniedo. Kaya tumutok na tuwing Merkules alas 7 ng gabi California Time o tuwing Huwebes alas 10 ng umaga Philippine Time. Home Not Alone Songs from Home Season 2 kasama si Papa Gio. Ako yun. Sa August na, dito lang yan sa V81 Radio, Los Angeles.
Oh, not alone. I am here with you. Though you're far away, I am here to stay. Oh, not alone.
Para enjoy ang pakikinig sa V81 Radio kahit saan, we are now on your Amazon Echo devices. Just say, Alexa, play V81 Radio at i-enjoy ang inyong mga paboritong Pinoy music 24/7. Sabihin lang, Alexa, play V81 Radio. Now back to Making a Difference, only here on V81 Radio, South Manila.
Welcome back to Making a Difference. My name is Erika Mison, and I am your host and the online friend for today. So if you are just tuning in right now, don't worry, you haven't missed a lot. I've invited three of my batchmates to just to check up on them, see how they're doing. And before the break, we got to talk to Bea. So actually, I'd like to call them back on screen first. We have Bea Mendoza. She is a flight attendant for
Hi.
Qatar Airways. There she is. We have Jalique Garcia. She works for the Consulate of Ireland. And of course, we have Jorlyn Legayada. She is a business development officer for XLD Tech Labs. All right. So before we start, we would like to say hi to well, during our time he was the chairperson, pero now dean na siya. Sir Gary, I saw your comments. He's
Hi,
there.
Sir
Hi, Sir
Gary.
Gary.
Hi, sir. We miss you.
We miss you na, Sir Gary. So ayun, now he is the dean of, pati yung school pinalitan na eh, School of Diplomacy, tama ba? Diplomacy and Governance kasi
Governance.
SDC. Yes, there we go. Pa-shout out daw kay Jason Samson from 4th State, Parañaque City. Ay naku, si Kuya Jason yan. He's also part of the tech team. Kuya Rob is also part of the tech team. So thank you sa tech ng B81. You guys are the best. And then can we show a few more? Kasi ang dami nagka-comment before we continue on with our interview. Can we show like probably like two more comments? Pwede ba?
Single daw ba si George? Char.
Just got a news Bea now. Okay. So Bea is in the Philippines. So before the break, we got to talk to Bea. She's a flight attendant for Qatar Airways, and she told us her story. Sorry. Right now she's in the Philippines and single daw po.
Single na single.
I'm ready to mingle.
Ready.
Stop.
We would wanna give a shout out to the whole CDA batch 113. You guys are actually the ones filling up the comment section. So thanks you guys for the support. We see you. We see you. Actually, dapat mag-reunion tayo virtually. What do you guys think? O, diba?
Yes.
Oo nga, ang tagal
Down,
na
right?
nun.
And also, I want to say hi. I saw Bianca's comment. Bianca Buen Consejo. She's actually in Spain right
Ah,
now.
really?
Yeah. Oo, so I was looking
Hi,
kanina.
Bianca and Pao.
Bianca
Hey,
and Pao.
girl.
Bianca.
Ingat kayo dyan,
You're
please.
thriving.
I know they are. They're so cute pa together. Okay. Anyway.
Sana all.
Absolutely true. Okay, so now let's talk to Jalique. So among us three, she was the one who actually really pursued the CDA track. Wait, sorry. For those of you who are just watching now, CDA is stands for Consular and Diplomatic Affairs. So that was the course that we all took in college. Jalique now works for the Consulate of Ireland here in the Philippines. So what do you do pala for the consulate?
Wait lang, I just like to say na hindi naman na strictly went on the path na CDA. I think all of us really pursued our own
Mm.
our own personal interests and tracks after college. And parang we're also in the multidisciplinary setup kasi nung college. So there's the freedom na you can adapt what you learn sa negotiation, sa business development sector, sa digital
That's very
sector. Parang
true.
That's actually correct.
all
Yeah.
come
That all the skills that we got
Yeah.
is actually from what we learned. That's why if you guys wanna take up consular and diplomatic affairs, go to De La Salle College of St. Benilde.
Of course.
Oo, you will have
But
amazing professors and yeah. So
The best.
continue.
The best.
sorry, what was
Go
the
ahead.
question again?
Okay. Now, what do you do for the consulate of
So I'm
Ireland?
a consular officer. I handle repatriation, emergency cases, visa applications also. Actually, yung industry ni Bea, the problem with the pandemic, parang both our problems coincided industry-wise. Kasi
Yeah.
we had a lot of Irish nationals that were stuck here and they wanted to go home and leave. Kasi syempre, you'd rather quarantine in your
In your
country
home
than
country.
here, a foreign land. And there was a policy then nung unang in-implement yung ECQ na all foreign nationals should leave within 2 days. Kasi NAIA's gonna close, Clark's gonna close, Cebu's gonna close, Davao's gonna close. All the international ports are closed. So we were all trying to get everyone na short stay tourist visa lang dito to get on the flights. And it's really amazing how Qatar continued to operate even until ECQ, GCQ. They continued to serve parang major ports in Europe and US
Mm.
and Middle East. So, well, that's one of my function. I also handle inquiries like for
Mhm.
passport and birth certificates, marriage, like the marriage requirements. Yeah, I've been really busy. I've been managing. I'm not thriving, but I'm managing.
So are you work from home now or do you go to the office?
I go to the office na 3 times a week and then 2 times work from home. But no
Mhm.
ECQ period, I work from home. I handle din kasi the emergency phone. So anytime, 24/7, I'm technically on duty.
Oh, so okay. So siya pala, ikaw pala talaga nag-handle ng mga lahat.
Yeah,
Almost
jack of
all.
all
Yeah.
trades.
And this is your first job, no? You've been there for 4 years, you mentioned.
This is my
Third year.
first job.
Congrats, by the way, for staying there for 4 years. Galing, galing.
Girl, um, trying to thrive.
Okay. So, so far, kamusta yung, what's it like? I mean, now that we're going through ECQ, MECQ, GCQ, what's it like working for the concert? Can you like give us a comparison maybe from like working pre-COVID and now during
Yeah,
the
now
pandemic?
naman normal.
Mm,
It's it's really difficult physically kasi files, documents, the device, the computers, the printers, the stability of the internet, it's there in your office. And when you transfer to work from home setup, you're gonna think, ah, shocks, hindi ko na download yung file, wala akong access sa ganito, wala akong VPN. That's one of the setbacks that we have to consider when you're transitioning to work from home. Um, and then when we still go to the office for work, we have appointments kasi for all our transactions. So that's canceled. We have a lot like frustrated applicants that are unable to do their transactions with us kasi we have no office. They also don't know when we'll resume back to work na regular hours. So it's really adjusting to the work from home setup in a sense that you make everything digital, you make everything
mm,
transparent online, you make sure that all the information that a national needs is available online or you are able to respond to emails. Kasi yun na lang yung like that's one thing that they rely on, your reply to emails.
mm,
Parang the importance of emails or it's heightened na with work from home.
yeah. Okay, so you mentioned pala earlier that there were some I tama ba Irish
Irish.
Irish citizens that were stuck here. Are
Yeah.
there still Irish citizens stuck here in the Philippines or there
Yeah,
are
there are still
yeah.
some. But
Mm-mm.
these people kasi they're the ones na may mga partners na dito. So they're able to adjust. They're
Okay.
able to live. They have accommodation, they have food. Some naman are expats here. So they're well taken care of their company. Yung mga tipong pumupunta talaga ng Siquijor, Palawan, Romblon, yung mga isla talaga, yun yung mahirap pa noong una
Okay.
kasi oh my gosh, asa ng Romblon? Anong region yun?
Uy,
Anong
because
pinakamalapit
we
sa
have a
Olongapo?
batchmate from Romblon.
Yeah,
And
like
Oo
Roblox.
nga, si
Before.
Royce.
si Royce.
Yeah,
Nandyan si
shout
Royce.
out
Eh,
kay
nakita ko.
Royce.
Hi, Royce.
And then you meet people from the tourism department, from the immigrations office, like, ma'am, baka pwede naman po. Yung mga tipong makikiusap ka talaga just for this national to go home. So I was very involved in that process.
Hmm. And how did that go? If can you talk about that?
It's
Or
like, well, emotionally, it was emotionally and psychologically, I wasn't prepared for the pandemic, let alone the adjustments that I have to do for work. Kasi parang ever since before, I was just really a very bibo ako sa work, eh. Active ako. Like, I make sure na sometimes I overtime, ganyan. And then pag overtime, I see Jor, dinner. Jor, let's meet. That was my life before COVID. And then it's taking a toll emotionally kasi you have to arm yourself na wait, wag kang maapektuhan na hindi siya makakauwi. Wag kang maapektuhan na nagagalit siya sa'yo. Kasi it's part of the work. If, lalo na when flights get cancelled, when authorities are not able to let you pass through checkpoints, if kulang yung documents mo for quarantine passes, especially for tourists na foreigners, that's one of the it's one of the difficult things that we have to think about when we're on the process of repatriating.
Mm. Yeah, I bet nga no. Yun nga, I can't imagine what I don't know how these nationals are still. I wonder what they're thinking then. No? Sila din like they're
I
stuck
think
in another
siguro,
country.
in a sense, maswerte na yung may mga partners dito. Yung mga, they're able to live kasi, they're able to survive the quarantine here kasi they have a Filipino or Filipina that can guide them through. Mahirap yung nasa isla ka na nga, nasa taas ka na nga ng bundok, wala ka pang kilalang Pilipino na tutulong sa'yo.
Correct.
Yeah, that's true.
Correct. Very true. Agree. Okay, so you mentioned also a while ago that you're also taking your masters. You're still taking it, right? No, in
Yeah, I'm
Ateneo.
still taking.
Okay, and are you graduating anytime soon?
I am actually kaka-email lang ng dean ko. Sabi parang I'm set to graduate summer next year. So hopefully that pushes through.
Congrats. You're
G
close,
girth
girl.
thriving. Charot.
So how was that naman? So now are you taking classes pa rin online?
Yes, we're transitioning to online classes. So we make use of Moodle, yung parang Ateneo Cloud na everything's stored there. Um, it's asynchronous learning, so we do quizzes on our own time. We read the readings on our own time. I know there's going to be some Zoom meetings na real time, but that's when we meet pa. Kasi I start classes August 27, I think. So
Mm-mm.
we're still in the enlistment enrollment period. But that's
Okay.
that's what I mean. It's asynchronous learning and everything's digital. So we have Ateneo Cloud, we have Moodle.
Okay, so you're gonna start pa lang with the online classes, no? Pre-COVID, so your classes would be every Saturday?
Like when it was during nung normal
Yeah.
time
yeah,
pa. Yeah, it's every we pick our own schedule, but it's at night, so 6 to 9 classes. So there are days na after Makati, I go to Ateneo for school. So Tuesday, Thursday, if yung class ko at night, I go every Tuesday, Thursday. And sometimes naman, if like there are weekends I need to go to Ateneo for library. Sorry, geek talaga ako. I go to the library. Mas mabilis na yung internet. But yeah, now that I had a taste now of online classes but it was mostly through Google Hangouts kasi we can screen share. Eh, di ba, when you're studying for social science, mostly PowerPoint presentation or PDFs. So, maganda yung screen share kasi you can show your PowerPoint.
Mm.
But yeah, I
And
don't
how
know
is
how
that?
it will in the
Mm.
this coming semester.
And how was that for you? That because yeah, you got a glimpse na of what it's going to be like since you're about to start studying again. Kasi there's some people they would still prefer talagang face to face. They learn that's how they learn. We all learn differently. So for you, do you think you will be able to manage?
I think that's one of the things that I have to mentally prepare for. Kasi when it was still normal, I know now when to shut myself off for work and turn on the student mode. Kasi so yung transpo time, yun yung time ko to prepare for school. Now that sometimes work has no like time limit na kasi nawawala na nga yung boundary minsan between work from home and like home time. That's one of the struggles na I have to like prepare myself for. Na how do I prepare for class or do I answer an email? Do I report something to my boss or do I reading? I think it's really a question of better time management for myself. Lalo na my work demands service hindi siya product. So
Mm, time
it's
management.
it's a bridge that I have to cross when I get there, I would say.
Yes. Okay, so so ikaw, how about you naman? What have you been up to besides than work? What have you
Parang
been doing
how I
to
keep
cope
myself
up?
sane.
Yes.
Please share us how.
I try I try to put some structure kasi in what I do. Like every day, I make sure na I do something productive. So
Mm.
I tried online learning, yung Coursera, EDX, yung mga Skillshare.
Oh, yes, I'm doing that now.
Yeah, kasi
Yes.
it helps you, parang it keeps your brain running. At least parang hindi siya, is mapurok the term? No, mapurol.
Yeah, mapurol. Mapurol.
Mapurol. Yan.
Oh no.
It
Oh
keeps,
no. Wait. Sorry, ayoko na mag-comment. Okay.
it keeps your brain running. Yeah. And
Mhm.
then sometimes I paint. My gosh, friends, Lazada and Shopee are a trap.
Girl, ngayon mo lang ba nalaman yun?
Oo! Kasi ngayon lang ako na talagang wow! Zalora!
Wow. No,
Hello!
everything is online. It's so easy to buy girl archery.
I bought this online. Y'all should buy it.
She bought it for our pod.
Yeah, I bought it for a pod. Look, it's gold. It's really nice. It's 32. It's nice.
Yeah, so by the way, these two girls have a podcast on Spotify, right?
Yeah, it's the G and J show. It's G for Jalik and J for Jor. That's it. That's the show.
With the golden mic. What do you guys talk about in your show?
It's rated SPG pala. So,
Okay. Okay, okay, okay.
Our families are watching, girl.
girl,
General.
Spotify rated us as E.
Yeah,
E
that's
for
true. Basically,
explicit.
it's about our friendship. Parang how we talk in person. We just record it and sometimes kasi we're funny na parang we spit off a meme or we spit off some line to each other and we just laugh
Sometimes
50%
only.
of the time. But we do get serious naman if like the topic is serious. So
Yeah.
hope y'all
Yeah.
can tune in.
Follow these girls on Spotify. So that's the G and J show. Yeah, of course I've listened to well so far one pa lang, one of your first few episodes, and you guys are still doing that naman. Do you have like a certain date for it? How does that
Hindi,
go pala?
I think we're medyo hiatus right now.
Ah, okay,
But
okay, okay.
can catch her first season naman. It's on Spotify then.
Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, so watch, oh, well, listen to them on Spotify. That's the G and J show. Yeah, Jalik and Jor, they're close. You guys are you best friends? They've been close since college, eh. So, ayun. Same with Bea and I. We've been also close since college. So there, I feel like I'm back in college. I'm sorry. I kind of
Wait lang,
It's not
Erica. I just
fun
also want
anymore.
to say pala na,
yeah.
ay wait, sorry, Bea. I just wanted to
No.
say na parang the ECQ, GCQ period, it gave us some time to reconnect and catch up on our friends, which is nice because we didn't really do that before when we had our lives in the normal setup.
Mm-mm.
So it's nice to check up on your friends. It gives us some kind of sanity kasi when you're able to talk to your friend kahit online. Makes you feel na, oh, at least she's doing well, or minsan you hear news na her family got COVID, so you like console her and check up on her. It's one of the things that keeps us safe
Mm.
during this time.
Yeah. Well, that's really true. I also, yeah, with Sinabea, Sinagabi, I got to talk to a lot of my friends. Kaya nga CDA reunion. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but yeah.
Erica, make it
Virtual
happen.
reunion. Magulo.
It happened, Erica.
What? It happened did it?
No, hindi pa. Make it
Last
happen.
year, 'di ba? We had a reunion last
Oh
year.
yeah, I
Pero
was
yeah. That
Ah,
was
you
it.
weren't there. Ah, si Jilik din wala dun.
Wait, what? Why weren't you there, Jalik pala?
I had my finals kasi for one class.
Ah, okay.
oh.
Right. So, sige, let's see. How are we gonna do a virtual like reunion with like almost 100? 100 tayo, di ba, in the batch? I don't know. That's gonna, but we'll make it work. Yeah. All right. So thank you, Jalik, for sharing. We are gonna go on a short break again. But don't leave because we still have one more person to talk to, and we're still gonna, catch up more, talk more, and again, if you have any comments, questions, feel free to comment down below. So we are gonna be right back after these few announcements.
We'll be back shortly, making a difference. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila. Connected ka na ba para laging updated sa mga bagong shows, promos, trending news, viral videos, events, o patok na OPM hits? Just follow us on Facebook at V81 Radio South Manila. Simple lang, itype lang ang letter V81 Radio South Manila. O di ba madali lang, kaya i-like at i-follow na. Now back to Making a Difference, only here on V81 Radio, South Manila.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Making a Difference. So, for this episode, I invited three of my batchmates, and we've been actually catching up. I also decided to check up on them, see what they're up to, and their thoughts also on the whole ECQ, GCQ. So, I'd like to call them back again to the screen. We have Bea. She is a flight attendant for Qatar Airways. We have Jalik. She works for the Consulate of Ireland here in the Philippines. Just before the break, we were talking to her about her career. And now, of course, we have Jor Lagayada. She is a business development officer for XLD Tech Lab. So, before we start, I was looking at the comments, and again, all our batchmates are just flooding the comment section. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much. And I could see, well, I saw Sir Gary's comment. So Sir Gary is now currently the dean of School of Diplomacy and Governance. Sorry
Governance.
kasi nag-change ng name sila in Benilde. And he said that CDA, so the course, Consular and Diplomatic Affairs, will now be called Bachelor of Arts in Diplomacy and International Affairs starting this school year. O, diba? I love it. It's so much
Oh,
improvement.
iba na, iba na.
Feel so
No.
smart.
Can we like study again? Or, Sir Gary, baka pwede mag-masters naman dyan.
Oo
Or
nga, Sir Gary, baka naman.
I feel like magiging ano, yung isang batch, puro 113. Funny yun, no? Pag isang batch mo, puro
Tapos
113.
classmates mo pa rin yung mga blockmates mo before.
Tama, di ba?
Hey, it's you again.
Uy, pakopya naman dyan. Anong homework? Gano'n.
Hi.
Joke, hindi ako kumokopya. I'm nice.
Walang kumokopya sa atin. We're
No,
all
actually,
good. We're all
wala.
good.
Oo, we're all, ano.
Julie's keeping quiet na lang eh.
Okay. So, now, let's talk to Miss Jor. Okay, we call her Jor. So hello, Jor.
Hello,
Miss
everyone.
Jor.
All right. So, Jor, you work as a business development officer for a startup you mentioned what before the show. But is this your first job, or you've had a previous job?
This is actually my fourth or fifth job na. Kasi,
Okay.
I have an explanation for that.
Okay, go.
Okay, kasi when we graduated nung 2016, I started working for a startup company na rin, and nagtuloy-tuloy na lang siya from there. So, sa buong 4 years ko, I've been working in the startup industry na. So, I'm very much aware na of the ins and outs of this industry, since it's really fast paced and it's more on technological advancement, especially with the development of different apps, websites, and such. So for our company, I manage our sales and marketing. So I manage the social media pages, community pages. I create presentation decks. I reach out to different partners, clients, and stuff. Tapos, yeah, mostly that. All in the business section of a company. So, that's what I do.
Okay. How long have you been with XLD Tech Labs?
I've been working there for about, more than a year na rin. Pero yung feeling kasi, hindi ako pagod. Like, I still feel like I'm new in the company. Parang feel ko 4 months pa rin ako kahit na more than a year na ako. Kasi what's beautiful about working in a startup company is that growth mo in the company is limitless. You get to manage different positions. You get to learn. You get to grow talaga. So parang ako, we took up CDA, Foreign Affairs. Pero right now, I'm learning different terms, coding, yung mga ganon, mga techie stuff na hindi ko in-expect na gagawin ko ngayon. Especially graphic design. So,
Ooh,
yun.
graphic design.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do stuff on the side?
I want nga eh. Naghahanap nga ako ng gigs. Like, I posted na dun sa mga Fiverr, yung mga online jobs.
Fiverr,
Yeah.
Upwork.
I haven't tried pa.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Upwork. Try mo. Okay. So if you
Sige,
need
sige.
a freelancer graphic designer right
Or
here,
Circle.
message her.
Yeah. Yung basic lang naman, please. Kasi basic lang din ako.
Okay.
Ano pa kaya kami, no?
Oh, I can't really. Wala akong eye for that eh. So, but, Jor, question. You said that you've been in the startup industry for quite some time. Do you actually want to put up your own startup?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Kasi actually, my friends and I, last year, we were talking about starting our own business. Like, meron na kaming meeting, may plans na sino yung mga naka-assign sa each departments and all. Tapos, naging busy na lang sa life kasi dumadami na yung workloads each, lalo na yung some of us have already positions na in our respective companies. So that's what's holding us back right now. And then COVID happened. So there's really no pushing through siguro for now.
Mhm. Okay. What I mean, look into it again. Parang lately, a lot of people have been into the whole startup industry. Yun ang uso ngayon. I also have friends din who are pretty
Mm.
successful sa mga startups. So I feel like, you get to places. You will. Yes.
Yes, hopefully.
Okay. So you also
Yeah, that's what
mentioned,
I noticed now with the ECQ eh. Parang a lot are opening their own passion projects.
correct.
So may mga nag-online store. So
Yeah.
Jor, hit it girl. Get it.
Go
Girl,
get.
I'm gonna try to get it.
Yeah. Ako din. I mean, I started this show, ECQ.
Oh,
So
diba?
yeah. Yun. So I wanna also talk about something kasi you mentioned din na learning a lot kasi we took up consular and diplomatic affairs, and then actually I feel like you and I are kind of in the same industry because I do digital marketing naman, and so you said that you are constantly learning, no, because it's not um it's something that we're not used to yet, so I could totally relate with you on that. So I how do you get to learn all that you're going through right now? That's the right
It's actually tough at first, but then you just need to find a company with the right bosses. Then you have to look for the right bosses talaga, someone who can manage you well, who can supervise you, who can keep an eye on you to really see you grow as a person. Kasi what if you make a mistake and then yung boss mo pala, 'di ba, he or she is not really there to help you, who won't help you grow naman. So for me, look for a boss who is very knowledgeable in the industry that you're in. So that's what I'm doing. And then push yourself to learn then kasi you can't make yourself look bad in front of, the big bosses na rin when you present. So you have to really push yourself, learn, look for a lot of maraming materials din available online. So that's what I'm doing. I watch videos, like what you've said, online courses that helps then. And it's good then sa resume mo. Kasi di ba after that, there are certificates na binibigay.
Yes.
So, yun.
Okay. Have you maybe you could share like an experience na have you what is your most memorable experience working for a startup kahit previous job mo pa, this experience something you will keep till you start your own startup, ganon.
Okay. I have one, pero it's a bad experience for me. But in the end, it pushed me to strive harder, to do better in what I do. So previously, there's this partner we're trying to reach out. Jilik knows this. We're trying to close a deal with. So I'm managing everything, the business model, lahat-lahat. Ako nagma-manage. Tapos hindi siya hindi siya okay for some of the upper management. So, tendency is we need to revise a lot of things. So, nag-overtime ako, nakakauwi ako mga 10, almost 11. Tapos, minsan after nung mock presentation, punta akong CR, iyak ako kasi sobrang, anong ginawa ko mali? How am I gonna fix this? Yung mga ganon. It's really stressful. It took a toll on my mental health somehow. Kasi I started doubting rin my skills and abilities. I started doubting myself if I'm really fit for the job. Pero when I resigned and then I took on a new role in a different company, I took that experience and pushed myself to be a better person. Like, you know, I took that bad experience and told myself nah, Jor, you're not gonna be like that anymore. We gotta work hard this time. So until naging unbothered, chill na lang ako sa life and just continuously learning. So you're gonna thrive if just put your mind to it.
Yes, I love that. I love it. Thanks for so I hope the viewers are inspired. May joy, yes. Mga inspirational speeches. Ganun. Okay, so are you working from home now?
Yeah, I'm working
Mhm.
from home now.
And
And it's honestly much draining compared to working in the office kasi the demand, grabe
mm-mm,
yung demand. Kasi they know na you're at home, you're not doing anything. So the workload keeps on piling up then.
mm-mm, yeah.
So it's much stressful. She knows, Julie knows.
Yeah.
Pero in your startup company naman, after your working hours, they still tell you, still finish this, even though tapos na yung working hours. Is it like that or very healthy naman yung culture?
Very healthy naman. Kaya tumagal din ako ng more than a year kasi ako lang yung only girl sa company. Pero, yeah,
Girls
ako
who
lang yung
go
only girl. And ang healthy ng environment kasi puro guys sila and no drama. Masaya lang palagi. Tapos they teach me a lot of stuff. Like,
mm,
related naman sa work.
Stuff.
Related sa work, they teach me how to code, yung mga ganon. So, I'm really happy.
okay. Sige nga, magpapaturo nga ako sa'yo ng coding. Teka, na need. Help.
Do you even find coding
Your
fun,
lang
in
pala.
your honest opinion?
I'm sorry.
Do you find coding fun? Kasi I've heard from friends or cousins when it sa IT daw, yung ayaw nila is yung coding eh. For you, is it fun ba?
Nasa basic pa lang ako, which is yung HTML. So, nung high school pa natin siya inaral. Pero, I started learning it again siguro a few months ago lang. Pero, napuputol ko siya kasi inaantok ako. And then, I'd start over again. Tapos, aantokin na naman ako. So, I look for a different outlet na lang din. Kasi, ginawa ko lang siyang outlet then. Because I wanna learn something sa 5 months na to. So, I started writing. Kaya yun.
Ooh, writing.
Yeah.
What do you write?
It's therapeutic. Mga emotions. I'm putting my emotions into words.
So baka magka-book ka na niyan.
Oo.
Abangan natin.
Biography, gano'n, autobiography, gano'n. The day and
Pwede.
in the life of
Pwede.
George, gano'n. Writer, okay. So, okay. So, yeah, let's talk about that, no? Given that ECQ, GCQ, Jalik mentioned this a while ago, there are a lot of people who are starting their own passion projects. They're starting their own thing, realizing that they could do this and all that. How about you, Jor? Do you have any realizations or what have you been up to? What have you been doing to cope with the whole pandemic?
Yeah, so Jilik mentioned that we have a podcast. So since the quarantine, we started religiously recording podcasts until there's this personal experience sa house that prevents us from recording.
No
So
naman.
if you
Parang
follow
it
me
wasn't
on
because of that. It wasn't
so
because
if
of
you
that.
follow
Parang
me
we
on
were
Twitter,
also,
you'll see the threads.
we were also parang caution nga because the anti-terror law was passed.
Oh yeah,
So
and you
Ah,
know
we
right.
how
wanted
our
to be,
mouths
we wanted,
are.
Yes,
We're
yes, yes.
very like that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
so we
I
wanted to be
yeah,
cautious
alam
with
namin
that.
yan. Yeah. Okay, okay. Makes sense. Or maybe even, try to experiment with it more. Sayang. Because,
Yeah, that's true. Right
oo.
now I'm learning TikTok.
No way.
Yeah,
I don't follow you. Maybe
Talagang
I check it out, but I don't
you're learning.
dance.
learning. Kasi the market is good eh. On TikTok.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Okay, I will follow you, but I don't have any videos. I just like watching TikTok. So,
Yeah,
Mine is
that
private
Erica, it's
lang.
fun
Nahihiya
kasi
ako.
ginagawa niya with her mga pamangkins. So may
ay
bata na
cute.
kasama.
Cute
Adore.
naman. Cute. Oh, how, oh, baka mamaya maging TikTok, you'll be famous na on TikTok.
No,
Viral.
No.
no, please.
So, kamusta naman yung shift from working in the office pre-COVID and now, wait, so you work from home full time? Or are you like Jalik na may days
Full
kayo
time, full
full
time.
time? Okay. So, how was the transition? Was it a smooth transition or medyo nahirapan ka ba?
It's actually smooth lang kasi everything's in our laptop naman. So transferring files is easy. Tapos setting up meetings then it's easy since may Hangout naman, may Zoom. So it's really not that hard for us. Since nga sa startup, you're trained to be flexible.
Mm,
Kaya it's
right.
really easy lang for us.
Yeah, and for sure for you also because you've been in the startup industry for quite some time. So,
Yeah.
medyo sanay ka na.
Sanay na ako na sa coffee shop nag-work, gano'n, waiting for a meeting, mga gano'n.
So, and kamusta naman your clients? Your relationship with your clients? You still get to talk to them naman?
Yeah, since bago pa naman kami,
Mm,
we just started lang two, 2 years ago, 1 year ago.
okay.
Tapos, so we don't have that much clients yet. Pero we're growing na rin our business. We have an app kasi, plug ko na.
Go ahead.
We have an app. It's called Xload. It's a mobile wallet app that
Mm,
allows users to buy prepaid load using our virtual currency. So you earn the virtual currency just by watching videos, answering surveys, yung mga basic tasks lang, and then you'll get rewards in return. And then if you have enough rewards, you can use it to buy prepaid load. So it's really really simple. So since our user base is still growing, we're slowly talking to different clients na rin to grow our business then.
okay.
So far naman okay siya. Okay yung mga nakakausap namin. And they seem interested in working since, yun nga, we all have the same vision then, especially ngayong pandemic. We all want to help our fellow Filipinos
Yeah.
who are having a hard time. So, kahit yung simple load lang na yon, it can help a lot, 'di ba? It
Very,
can
Pero
very.
help
yung app
it
nyo,
can help you
Android lang
communicate
or
talaga.
Apple?
It's available in Android lang.
Android pa lang. But it's out na.
Yeah, it's out na. It's out na.
Okay. Do you have plans on making it available for iOS devices too?
It's in the roadmap naman. So,
Okay. Great.
I'll let you know once it's out.
Yes, please. All right, for the Android users, check out Xload. If you, it's on yeah, Google, tama ba? Google Play Store pag
Play
Android.
Store.
Play Store, sorry. Yeah. iOS ako,
Halata
sorry.
nga iOS user.
Sorry. Are you guys all iOS ba?
I'm
I'm
iOS.
Android.
Ay,
So
okay.
it's
Oh, yeah,
Google
Jenny
Play
is
Store.
Android. Okay,
And
Play
I
Store. Yeah,
Google
yeah,
Play
yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Jor, any advice that you could give to our viewers? Because we all know that there are people, especially those who are our age, they're struggling. So, because some of them aren't really used to just staying at home. I mean, Bea also mentioned that a while ago na she wasn't used to just staying at home. She's used to flying, being outside. So, is there any advice that you would like to give to the viewers on maybe advice tips on how to cope with the pandemic, with staying at home?
Well, Sa start talaga, it's really difficult. Like, your insanity, you're gonna question your insanity. Like, umabot ako sa point na nag-seek ng advice kay Julie kung bibili ba ako ng 100-piece puzzle or Lego set just to
Oh
keep
my
myself
God, oo nga
busy.
pala.
Oo. Until we found our own things na lang, like Netflix, ganon, baking, cooking for some, and a lot of people na rin are starting their own businesses. As Jilik mentioned, passion projects nga. You turn
Yeah.
your hobbies into a business na rin. So, do what you do na lang. Pero most importantly, find that thing
Yeah.
that's perfect for you. And continuously learn lang. Just keep on learning, girl. You'll get there. Who knows, you might use that skill soon,
That's true. That's true.
right?
Yeah. How
I'd
about
like
you,
to
Blake?
commend these two nga actually kasi not everyone has that courage to pursue what they really enjoy doing. Like
Mm.
like some like for me, I don't even though I like to do something, I don't think I have that courage na I'll make a business out of it. So I commend you two, really.
Yes.
Yes.
Props
I
to
think if
Jordan.
not like to if not to start something, what parang most of us are doing is helping our friends business. Like may
Mm,
business si ganito. So, oh sige, order ako or may business
Mm-hmm.
merong online stuff that they sell and they sell it to us. That's one way to support them na rin. Na you encourage their business by patronizing their business.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
True. Gotta support the friendships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, it doesn't cost to like share it to everyone else.
Yeah,
How
that's
about
true.
you, Bea? Any advice that you would want to give to our viewers? Same question, hey, George.
How to handle
How,
ECQ.
yeah, how to cope? Any tips that you would want to give?
I really stand by with what you said earlier to talk to friends. Or was it Jalik?
Yeah,
Uh, it, it's ano eh. It's for me talking to someone when you feel like you're losing your sanity or what, or it's not even it's I don't think of it as being bored eh. Parang since you're always at home and you're not going outside, ano eh, that's a big factor sana in going outside. Kaya if possible lang yung around your gate sana or your backyard, just catch that breath air or expose yourself to sunlight while reading a book. Yung parang just to feel like kahit pa paano you're outside. I don't know, it helped that way for me naman.
yeah, yeah. That's what my mom says also. I know my mom's watching right now. She would tell us to go out and get, sun, di ba?
Sun,
Yeah,
yeah.
kasi dapat naman talaga eh.
Yeah. Pero wear a mask lang.
Oo.
Yeah.
Or yeah, oo. Or kahit like, if you have a garden sa likod ng bahay, tama din si Bea, like, if you're gonna read, stay near the window. So,
Yeah, that's
it's different.
true.
It's really different. And how about you, Jalik? Any advice or like
Um,
tips, last
I
words?
What's been helpful for me is I put a structure in my day, in my week, like in my month. So I make use of my planners. I write down what I need to do, like set up an online bank account, download Gcash, Paymaya,
Mm.
yung mga
Mm.
online things na necessities na ngayon. But in general talaga, it helps when you put some kind of goals for the day, some kind of tasks to do for the day to make sure na you're maximizing your 24 hours. Na you're not just doing work from home, you're not just reading articles, but you make time to read a book, you make time to Zoom a friend,
Yeah.
COD, Call of Duty with a friend, Jor. That's what you do.
You know me, you know me.
Yeah. So and sometimes it's nice to there are days na off days na parang mag Netflix lang ako today. K-drama lang today. it's nice not to put any pressure on yourself because the environment is already so hectic and it's an anxious time to live. Like, but you have to make sure that you keep yourself sane by doing things that that makes you happy. So that to me works. Si Jor, she knew my ECQ life. Eh.
Yeah.
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 Jor
Parang
was my
tayo.
constant person to talk to
Oh,
before. No ECQ. And Royce.
love friendships. Oh,
Oh, I would
nice.
also like to add pala na ano, if you have instruments at home, learn how to play it.
Oh, yeah. Oo, oo.
That's nice.
It's
That's
Kasi
nice.
ano
nice.
eh, when you're, for instance, when you're reading the notes, it sounds like work kasi parang you're still studying it eh. Pero when you start to play it, parang there's this therapeutic sense na when you hear what you're playing and then you know that it's you who learned how to play it. So ayun, that's also
Hmm.
really good.
Yeah. No, Bea, you play the piano, di ba?
Yeah, because of my
Yeah.
mom.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Do you guys, how about you,
Wow.
Jor and Jalique? Any instruments?
Our voices.
Casual player lang ng
Hmm.
ukulele and guitar.
Okay.
Oh.
Jalique.
Sometimes I sing, but in the shower
Ah,
lang. Charot.
ay,
No,
alam ko
Using
si
your
Jor.
microphone.
I just pod. Pod with Jor.
Yeah,
Ayun.
we'll get back soon naman.
Okay. No, I'll wait for that. I wanna listen to you guys
How
because you
about
guys
you,
have
Erica pala?
yeah.
How
Mhm.
has been your ECQ, GCQ life other than being active online? Because of work.
Oh,
How are you?
oh, thank you for asking. I'm so touched naman.
Yeah, she was so surprised when you asked her question. She's like,
Concerned, may concern. The joke. Okay, no. Well, I work for Wonder Sky. So Wonder Sky is a retail brand. We sell travel accessories. But of course, it's very difficult now to sell travel accessories because no one is traveling. But shout out actually to the owners, Sir Mikel and Miss Bianca. They've been really striving. They've been working hard to get in products that can be used in the new normal. So if you guys want to check that out, that's Wonder Sky, as in Wonder, WANDERSKYE. So yun. But yeah, I still work for them. I'm their digital officer. So I'm purely work from home. They want all of us to work from home. And yeah, so as Jalik mentioned, I'm always online. That's another thing. Though it's really, I really do enjoy being online. I also have this V81 radio every Saturdays. And for fun, I'm also on Kumu. So if you guys know that app, you can find me there. I'm on Kumu. That's my other fun side. But well, okay. Personally, I'm sort of used to being at home because I'm not sure if you
you
guys
were
know this.
homeschooled.
I was homeschooled. Yes. Ano nyo ba yan? Or
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
Which
that.
one?
I was homeschooled.
No, I didn't know. I did
Okay,
not.
yun. So, yeah, yeah. So, I was homeschooled. I went to Zobel first for the first, mga 3 years lang ako doon. Junior prep, senior prep, grade 1. And then, yun, grade 2 onward, still high school, I was homeschooled. So, I'm kind of used to it, but it's been a while, of course, kasi college, and then I started working. So, it's really been a while since I've been at home for the longest time. I told myself though in the beginning of the ECQ na I wanted to work on myself physically, um, mentally, and even spiritually. Wow. And so far, I've been very consistent. Kasi according to my dad, if you wanna really practice a certain skill or excel in a certain skill, if you do it every day for a month, you will actually be able to excel in that skill, or you'll do it consistently. Yeah. So I've seen that personally, and I would say na I'm okay. Like I started reading. Ayun, I took online classes, Coursera. I'm taking one now on global diplomacy. Okay, there. I went back to our CDA roots. It's actually fun. You guys should check it out. Very, very basic lang. And then what else? We've done a lot of cleaning at home. I don't know. Okay, I know my parents are watching, but you know how parents are just like they're now home, and then they see the house, and then they
Yeah,
feel
they
like
see
I want to
everything.
change this, or like I want to do this.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. That's
Okay,
true.
love you, mom and dad. Sorry, but but yeah, and then what else? I've been catching up with friends. That's also good advice. You should talk to other people to keep you sane. It's nice to, yeah, with Sinabea and Gabby, we would get into a call. Even my other friends who I haven't seen in a while, we actually finally get to hang out through Zoom, diba? Um, but one thing, I guess I would wanna end with this note na I know it's very difficult right now for some people, and I feel for you, and we should just at least try to look at this from a positive perspective. Kasi if I know there are a lot of negative news surrounding us, and if you guys want to take a break from social media, that's totally fine. I actually do that sometimes, di ba? But make sure you surround yourself with a lot of positivity, a lot of positive people, and of course, talking to your family. Family number one talaga, because they know, they know how you feel. So it's nice to share that then with your family. And yeah, try to find things. I'm sure a lot of you, daming New Year's resolutions, hindi natuloy. Now is that time, ituloy nyo na yung New Year's resolution, di ba?
True.
So, yun, yeah. And tama din si Jolique, balance, time management. I'm also like that. I write on my planner. Okay, and then like, okay, I need to do this today for work, and then later mag-aaral ako. Parang, kala mo naman kung anong aral. But like,
No, pero kasi journaling, ano eh, kickstarts your productivity. Kaya it's very effective then.
Yeah.
yeah, very, very effective. Ako, like, when we were in college, ako talaga, I would write everything down. Like, hindi, I mean, like, okay, kung may readings, yeah, oo, but as I don't know if Bea, you know, but every term, bago notebook, bagong, ano, what's this? School supplies, that's me in college. So, ayan, I just want to end with that. And, you know, if you need someone to talk to, feel free, especially you three, um, feel free to reach out. And you can message also to the viewers, you can message Making a Difference on Facebook. I will personally reply actually. Um, so there. So that, and thank you for the question, by the way, Jalik. That was really, natouch ako doon.
No.
Natouch ako doon. May concern. Thanks, girl. All right, so that ends our show. But before I'd like to end, actually, can we flash just a few more comments before we end? Or baka may mga shout outs din kayo dyan. If you wanna shout out or promote something,
Listen to our
I give you a floor.
podcast. New episodes coming soon, but for now, we're just laying low.
Yeah, their podcast is on Spotify. You can listen to them. That's G and J, the G and J Show. And we would like to give a shout out to the CDA community, specifically our batch 113. You guys watched today. Ang daming comments. I saw it also on my phone. We're really close as a batch. Napansin ko yon. Even.
Actually,
That's
Right?
true.
Yeah,
Even
we're
yung
really
mga
close as
ibang
a batch.
courses, 113 talaga super close. Pati
Yeah.
sa SDA,
Yeah.
Singit.
tayo talaga. Like, we're really close, and it's nice to talk to you girls, to talk to you ladies. It's been a while since I got to see you and talk to you girls. But yeah, shout out to the CDA community, batch 113, all our batchmates and all our professors, Sir Gary and Miss Samaniego, who is now the chairwoman naman. So siya, kasi dati, Teacher Gary yung chairperson namin. So, level up. Yun. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. We could see all your comments. Sige, they're the ones that I could see. Let's say hi to Chloe, si Francia, who else? Jade, si RJ kahit hindi ka batch namin. Si Millet din, di batch namin. But hello, mga CDA yan. Norica, Bianca, who else pa ba? I'm looking at the comments. Yun, yeah, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you ladies for being on the show. I
Thanks,
hope
Erica, for the invite.
you're
Yeah, thanks
welcome.
for
You're
having
welcome.
us.
Yeah,
I hope you
thanks.
enjoyed. I hope you girls enjoyed, and I hope to see you girls soon. Try kong i-push yung reunion natin. I don't know how.
Yes.
Push yan. All right, thanks, ladies. I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 All right, so that ends today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this very relaxing, laid back episode. I mean, I enjoyed that a lot. I really missed talking to my batchmates. They were a part of those 3 years were very memorable for me. Those 3 years, I believe I saw myself grow, in that community. The CDA community is very, we're a family, and up until now, we um we still talk. I mean, you can see all the comments and all the love, all the support and everything that we do. We got the CDA community to back us up. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really miss you all, and I hope to see you all very soon virtually. We'll try to push for that. But to the other viewers, I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you took something, like kahit a simple learning experience from these ladies. You saw, they're all in different paths. We're all in different paths, and we have different perspectives, and we cope differently. So I hope you all learned something from today's episode. And before I end, of course, we have a lot more shows. Tonight we have two more shows. So at 6 p.m. we have Madame Venus, and then at 9 p.m. we have Rainbow Society. And of course, tomorrow we have more shows from morning till the evening. We have Startup Nation, we have Talk Shop Asia with Sir Rolly. I know he also has like a rewind because he's been doing Talk Shop Asia for quite some time. So he also shows his previous episodes with a very very first few episodes. Nakakatuwa to see him years ago. And then we also have Napalm. That's the Pinoy alternative music show that we have. And then we have also Let's Chat with Tita Gracie. And to end your Sunday nights, we have Mustapap. So don't forget to follow Making a Difference on Facebook. V81 Radio is also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then we also have it on the Amazon Alexa if you guys have that at home. And yeah, that ends today's episode. I will see you guys next week again. Please don't forget to wear your masks if you have to go out of the house. If you really, really have to go out of the house, if you don't really have to, just stay at home, stay with your family, practice social distancing when you're out, practice proper hygiene, and just take care, everyone. Again, see you next week, same time, same place. My name is Erika Mison, and this has been Making a Difference. Bye, everyone.
the program for the millennials that will showcase young professionals' worth, aspirations, and successes in doing what they believe is right, progressive, and inclusive. Making a difference. Making a difference. Join them as they discover the path to self and societal fulfillment while making a difference. Hosted by empowered and cool millennial Erika Mison. Together with her cool millennials, they will be making a difference. Every Saturday, 3 p.m. Philippine time. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila. Tunog Pinoy, Tatak Pinoy, the future of radio. This is your all hits, all Pinoy internet radio station. This is V81 Radio Worldwide.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo.